Hi, hello, and welcome back to the show. After another lockup, let's give this one more try, okay? Um, Vinova Games and Sandor Clegane were wonderful travel partners on my adventures, and I hope they will join me one last time into the fray. Into the fray we go. Maybe the clue is not to travel to my freighter. Maybe I want too much. Maybe I like Icarus flying too high towards the sun. Hey, it's saved. It's saved. Yes, yes, it's saved. Thank God it's saved. But we're gonna upload our little base here to the servers. The Vinova Clegane Magical Kingdom. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's not a great thing, right? That's not a great. All right, let's do this one more time.
You didn't lose it.
No, I didn't lose it. Thank God. Thank God. My two best friends. We go one last time into the fray. All right. So, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. What do you think of the update?
9
What do you
minutes until
think?
the internet block kicks in because my dad forgot to turn it off 6 years ago. When are you streaming next?
I have I have so many questions. I have so many questions right now. You know what? Tomorrow I'll stream again. Tomorrow. Since you're from Germany, I'm guessing your clock maybe has like 1 hour of difference between hours. Maybe it's like
Me too low.
we're at 12:24 a.m. I'm guessing that you, Mr. Vinova, are at 23:24 p.m. So on your local time, it would be.
Same time.
Oh, we have the same time. Okay. I'm guessing tomorrow I'm jumping on at the latest 11 p.m. After my shift at work. So.
Should have deleted browser history.
Why? Oh, Mr. Vinova, yeah. I have so many questions, but was that a joke or is that a real thing that your dad put on an internet block and never switched it off after 6 years? I would maybe argue that there are YouTube videos that could help you out, you know, like one of those good old-fashioned tutorials from the early 2000s with that music. And then like that little fat beat on there, you know. Okay, let's try this one more time. Maybe we'll avoid the freighter, and maybe you just fly the other way. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Oh, we're not. You have to point upwards. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming.
It's real. I find out that from Monday to Friday, it's still 0:30 and on the weekend it's still 1:33.
Dude, that sucks. That sucks, man. That sucks. You know, at least he cares, I guess. There's that, you know? Alright, let's see the discovery list here.
Spill the beans.
Oh. Okay. Let's see what this planet has to offer. A frozen planet! A frozen planet! Hello. Let's see what he has. Yeah, I'll help you out. Okay. Baby Louise, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Should we be worried about pets or our nation's sovereignty?
Oh man. Oh. Wir schaffen das. Oh, I'm missing it by a mile. Right. Frozen planet.
There's nothing in my attic. Why do you ask? For no.
Oh. And what about underneath your floorboards? Is it okay if I drink a glass of milk and smoke my pipe? Oh, and tell me again, what number comes after 8?
I don't smell anything.
That's because, you know, if you if you take some decent showers, then oh man, we're getting lost in this in Jokeland, you know. Hello, little birds. They move in herds. They do move in herds. Okay. Hey. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
I had to travel for work. The shower after a day on the train was killer.
Oh man. Oh, dude. Whew. That's a special tree. What the fuck is wrong with these trees? Oh my god. They imported those from the Cyberpunk at
I will
release.
study Belgium for next time.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the puns. I'm waiting for the jokes and the puns. Also, fun fact. I think at one point we had the record for the most consecutive days without a government. I think it was like 550 days. I could be wrong. At least it was a national record. That's for sure.
The
Oh,
American
and
dream.
yeah, and also one of our politicians got mentioned by Joe Rogan on one of his podcasts, which is a weird honor to have, because he got convicted for edgy memes in a private WhatsApp group. You know, the kind of memes in line with some of the funny jokes and puns we're making tonight. So cannot wait. Can't wait for a knock on my door. Because of you, Mr. Clegane. Because of you. Come on, just give me something cool, dude. Give me a cool animal, right? Like one of these fuckers. But even bigger. Even bigger, right? I want to ride you, dude. Like the Rohirrim. That ass, though. Holy shit.
In the UK, a woman got sentenced to more time than the criminal rapist she was verbally abusing.
That's just sad, man. Meanwhile, I'm just wobbling along.
I say goodbye. I'm sure we'll see you all again soon. Greetings go out to my neighbors, whose guest Wi-Fi also just went out, so I have to ask.
Hey, Vanova, man, thank you so much for joining, man. I had a great time. Was it was a lot of fun. We have to do it again. So tomorrow, I'm probably hopping back on, and I hope to see you then. Thank you so much for joining. Have a good night, and don't let the bed bugs bite. Also, Mr. Clegane, it's just you and me, it seems.
See you later, bro.
I'm kind of aimless at the moment. I'm gonna dip, you know. You know what, man? We've gotten our
See
float.
you tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. Cheers, man. See you tomorrow. Since we've found our floating planet, or floating island planet, rather, let's do one last thing, right? Since I have your attention.
Do you get live pearls from the ocean, I guess?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I think they're curiosities, I guess. No, they are exotic goods then, I guess. Living pearl. Born in hearts of enormous glowing mollusks found deep underwater. Yeah, so in the clams. You find them in the clams. But the rocks are rocks are heavy in the feathers. Oh, dude. I cannot wait for the new expedition, man. I'm really excited to see what they offer up. I've seen the rewards. You can get like a new armor set. Makes you look like a bug, which I like. I hope it's not too buggy. I'm so funny. Let's see what we have. Hey, Envoy Nudbe. Can I donate? I'll donate.
It should be dropping when Xbox fixes whatever is holding them up.
I think, from what I understand, I think Xbox is just a little bit more careful before allowing updates and all that stuff. I think the Cyberpunk debacle has really kind of shifted, has shifted, how do you call it, perspective on that. And since the new update was a little bit buggy at release, I think that's why Xbox sides on side of caution, I guess. Or maybe it's just that Hello Games is a Sony studio, and therefore we are the Sony master race.
Cyberpunk on PS4 and Xbox One was a mistake.
Yeah, it is. It was. But I played it on PS5 and it actually is a great game on PS5. It's still not quite what they promised it would be, but it's certainly a lot more stable, and it's just a fun game, dude. And I love the story and how I chose to wrap it up. And yeah, I think they oversold it, overpromised, and they realized that the PS4 and Xbox One generations just couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. But you know, releasing it on PS5 and Xbox Series X alone would be a giant chunk out of their bottom line. Unfortunately, I think that's why they chose wrong. Also, by the way, now I'm just gonna nerd out over this base I've built over the course of weeks, months, maybe a year. It's a little town.
My hype levels for that game were enormous. Watched everything. That 40-minute gameplay was so good.
Yeah.
But made the wait even harder.
Exactly. I waited, I think 3 days. My brother picked it up, and because he was really into the hype. He really followed everything, all the gameplay releases and all that stuff, and he really was sold on it. And I never watched any of that stuff, and my brother bought it, and he was like,
"You built all that. That's really impressive."
Thanks, man. But the fun thing is, right, this is a little town, right? It's a wee little town. And they deleted some of my stuff, or just not loaded in properly. But anyway, the cool thing about this thing is, right, is that island over there is another base of mine. And so since I put a base computer there, I was able to connect both of these islands through an underwater tunnel, which is like my favorite fucking shit I've ever done. I'll showcase it in a minute. I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's still there. Awesome. It's awesome. And the fun thing also was there was an electromagnetic fields. So I have my own power plant right here, which provides
I booked
power.
my holidays for release, and then they delayed it that last time. Show me the tunnel.
I will show you the tunnel. Yeah, that sucked, man. I think how they handle it, they delayed it so many times only for it to still be released in a buggy state. And CD Projekt Red was supposed to be the exception, right? They were supposed to be the good guys in gaming, and them delaying a game meant they were aiming for the best possible release they could put out, and they just dropped the ball heavily, dude. And now it's a great game. I love that game. I still play it to this day, and the Phantom.
They had so much goodwill and then lost it overnight.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, like Hello Games, there's a redemption story there. They could go on, and Hello Games has done phenomenally in that respect. So this is a tunnel, right? This is the west tunnel, the west island, I guess.
2.0 was very good. Phantom Liberty was great too.
Dude, Phantom Liberty was fantastic. I still have to finish that expansion, but what I love about Phantom Liberty is that the first 2 hours when you like are accompanying the president, then you have to fight your way through this closed off city, and I actually would have preferred if it was a little bit more linear, and because you know at some point you have the freedom to roam around, and you get to leave Dogtown and go into the like Night City again, and I felt like that kind of took away from the story a little bit. Does that make sense? Because I loved that opening.
Was dope.
That mech fight was fucking dope, dude. That was so dope. But I felt like you know, Olympus Has Fallen type of movie, right? When you're locked down with the president, you got to keep that dude safe, or in this case, woman safe, and you know, you just have to survive in this.
I totally understand what you're saying.
Thanks, man. That's awesome. Because I felt kind of, you know, you would think freedom is a great thing to have in video games, and which it is, but for that story, I felt like that tone of being stuck in this situation, right, where the odds are mounted against you. that opening, I want to say 2 hours, was fucking awesome, dude. That was such a great atmosphere. And yeah, you know, and I think that's why I still haven't finished it, because I don't want to say I'm disappointed by it in that, but I still love it. But like the focus on the story was so great that first 2 hours, and that kept me engaged. So I have to dive back in.
Escape from New York style. You ain't leaving till you're done.
Yes, exactly, dude. Exactly. That was exactly my point. You get me, dude. You get me. So this is the other side of the island, and I love this thing as well because this is more like a getaway house or something. And oh, this changed. Yeah, this changed. This tree wasn't there. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, the new update, a lot of things changed in terms of the biosphere. Like, look at all these things. This is not supposed to be there. Clearly. At least my cave is still there. My little vault cave is still there. You gotta love a vault cave, right? Okay. But yeah, I love about this island, it's like a getaway, like an Airbnb type of thing, you know. Yeah, but this, you know, it's in my way, dude. Like, can I please tend to my own garden?
A lot of people say their nice planets got messed up.
Yeah, this is relatively the same in terms of you know, climate and aesthetic. It looks the same for the most part in terms of the vibe, but like a lot more trees, a lot of different trees as well, and just the positioning of all these things is a little bit different. But like this shit I love, man. I love this kind of shit, you know.
So you're saying no climate change?
Climate change is a hoax. Oh man, like this. Fuck off, dude. Like, Jesus. All right, this is also one of my favorite parts of this base as well. I like putting little things like this room in here. A little bit glitchy, but we'll manage. So, a little escape room or hiding spot or whatever, and then you come in here and have like this fucking view.
How long did this take?
This basement in particular, if you want to add all the hours up, I want to say maybe 48 hours.
You must have had many Jews.
No comment. But I started with this island first, right? This base I started with, and then I built the tunnel, and then I started with the town on the other side, and that's no comment, no comment, no comment at this time. Oh, also I have like this little temple that I abandoned, but you know. A little detail here. But yeah, this is where I started with in this planet, and then I switched to that island, and that's really where I kind of got carried away. And there's still room to build, but kind of felt finished. The tower and that side is like the last big structure I added to that island, so it felt kind of final in that moment. But that tower, man.
You're motivating me to build some nice stuff. You're very creative.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Appreciate that. But yeah, this is like the little hangar or the airport kind of stuff, right? And then you can go up here You can take the stairs if you want to work on your cardio, or you can take the elevator. Okay, this is like the upstairs section, and then the view,
No,
right?
Mr. FBI, I am not trying to groom him.
You can only groom minors. I'm 32 years old, so you're a bit late for that anyway. So yeah, this is the view, right? This is the view. Love this tower, though. Look at that little wee view.
Wow, that's cool tower.
Thanks, man.
Looks very good, but I really need to go. Don't want to use my entire hotspot.
Hey, dude, you're still here. That's awesome. Go to sleep, man. You're fine. We'll be back tomorrow. Oh yeah, there's still some real estate in here if you want to claim one of these houses. you can take them. Here's a little house. I'll give you a little tour.
What time?
At the latest 23 p.m. So 11 p.m.
I don't know how you can sleep at night, Vanova.
Oh, Mr. Clegane. Tear down that wall. Okay. These random trees in here, man. Gotta say, you're messing up the vibe. Okay. So, I got some real estate in here. Some houses you could occupy. There's a little bar as well. You know. Here's another little wheelhouse.
This is crossplay.
Yeah. You can, you could, yeah, I think it is crossplay. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It definitely is. Oh, we've been in anyway. There's another wee little house. I'll get in there as well. With a little bar section upstairs. And a wee little bed, right? Oh, and if you want the coordinates, obviously, right? If you want the glyphs of this planet, there you go. Bottom left of your screen. And we'll, you know what? We'll finish up with the church. Which is, oh man, oh, the floor, really? Groundskeeper, you have let nature take back over. So yeah, this is the church.
I still need to learn about glyphs and things. I'm 23
Oh,
hours
okay.
and still know nothing.
Yeah, you know, it's a shame, really. There was one expedition in particular that, and one of the rewards you got for completing a milestone was all of the glyphs were unlocked. If you are unlucky and the new expedition doesn't have one of these rewards, one way you can do, or you can find them quicker, is to start a mission that lets you destroy hazardous plants, right? So you start that mission, you go to the planet, you find the grave that is marked on your map or is marked on your mission visor, analysis mode, target sweep, right? So this screen will lead you to a grave, but before you interact with said grave, you put down a base computer on that location, okay? So you claim the base, so you can teleport there on a later date, and then you go back to the anomaly and abort the mission. So You name that base computer grave or whatever, and then you can travel back to that computer, that base, interact with the grave, and that'll give you a glyph. Because finding a grave naturally or spontaneously is very rare and very tedious. And this system of putting a base computer down after starting a hazardous flora mission will make the search a lot easier. Okay? Now, if you're lucky, again, you can start an expedition and...
The amount of resources to build that town must have been immense. Wait, I found an unknown have. Grav.
Really? Awesome. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, the resources used for this base have been excessive, yeah. And this is also normal, so this is not creative or relaxed. So all of this shit has been built with gathered resources. And if you're building a base, if you're actually building a base, like not just for like a grave site, but if you want to build a base and take residence there, I highly recommend you search for a location with a hotspot. Because it makes supplying electricity for your base so much more easier. Dude, I love it though. I love the aesthetic, right? These trees I've put myself, right? All these trees are hand planted, but those big ones, dude, they're new. Yeah, so okay, if you have a multi-tool, right? One of the upgrades you can install is survey device, right? Yeah, so survey device. This is one of the things you can install, and which lets you search for power surveys mode, right? So a hotspot proximity. So you can look for an electromagnetic field, you can look for a mineral survey, mineral deposit, and a gas deposit. And there's one over there, right? And what if you find like a power hotspot, right, which is over here. And as you can see, I've already put down electromagnetic batteries or generators rather. So right over here, right, it's analyzing, right? And then you can put down electromagnetic generators and on that spot, which will provide you an infinite amount of power.
I am still using original multi-tool. Should I buy a new one? I have spent a lot upgrading its capacity though. That's good info about there.
Should you buy a new one? I would say if you're fond of it, no. But if you can find an S-Class naturally, then, you know, what's great about an S-tier multi-tool is that it has a lot more power, you know, like supercharged inventory slots, right? So if you put a upgrade in a regular spot, right, it has, for instance, this one has a 50% bonus to resources mined, but if you put it in a supercharged slot, it has a boost upwards to 88%. And an S-tier multi-tool has just a lot more of these spots, right? A lot more supercharged spots. You can upgrade any multi-tool you have to an S-tier by the use of nanites, right? But, you know, farming for nanites is also a hassle.
Ugly pistol, a rifle would be cool.
Right. So what I would do is maybe, if you're lucky, you can find an exotic, which is this one, for instance. You can find these in Sentinel Towers after you defeated them.
10,000 nanites, bro.
Yeah, you know what? That's actually not that hard to get. All right, I'm gonna give you the secret of the game. Okay. You can farm for fungal molds. If you're lucky, you can find a deposit. But a great way to farm for some nanites is
Sentinel Towers. Please explain.
All right, so Sentinel Towers. Let's see. Alright, that's a bit much. So if you land on a planet with a lot of sentinels and you start fighting them, right? You get like a GTA Wanted level. And then if you defeat the last one, which is a big ass walker, it gives you a map, or it gives you a waypoint to a sentinel tower. You can also buy these. Like I have a lot of these because you get one every time you destroy the sentinels on a planet. Okay, but you can also, I think you can also buy these with a cartographer in a space station. But let's activate this one. Okay. So that's the sentinel tower, right? Which is close. And I think I could be wrong. I think there's a planet in this system which actually has like a exotic.
So if I start fighting them, eventually a boss will come.
Yeah, exactly. So, but the fun thing is, if you do this near a sentinel border or tower, right? I'll showcase it right here. You can either choose to fight all these dudes right now, which I will do, right, to farm for some nanites, okay? But what you can do is, right, extract weapon technology, and if you're lucky, this exact method can give you an exotic multi-tool. In this instance, it didn't work, right? This thing is shit. It is, right? But you can find exotic multi-tools in Sentinel Towers through this method, okay? But you're gonna have to be lucky. Now, I'm gonna start some shit here. And see that? Salvage data, or salvage glass rather? Where is it? This one right here. Okay.
Can you stack the same upgrades on the multi-tool for extra damage?
Yeah.
My multi-tool is crap. Wow, that's awesome.
So, another fun thing to know is if you position several upgrades of the same sort next to each other, they boost each other, right? So, like this one is yellow because they're all next to each other, and they boost each other just a little bit. So I'm gonna fight these dudes a little bit, right? Gather as much broken glass as I can, and I'll showcase in a minute why. Oh, I'm using the. I'm gonna switch to the small. No, not small fucking gun. Let's switch to this one. This one is the best one, right? So you gather all the shit they drop. And also a little fun tip. These fuckers are fucking annoying. They're little healers, okay? So you want to take those out first. And if you really want to farm consistently, the pyramid heads that spawn, keep them alive. Because they keep spawning in new sentinels. So you can keep farming for longer. Okay, so these little fuckers, right? The pyramid heads. Keep them alive if you want to farm for longer.
Out of them.
Yes, I fucking destroy these little dudes. Yes, sir. All right, awesome. So again, I'm going to keep the pyramid head alive just a little bit longer, just to spawn a little bit more sentinels, and to showcase what I'll do afterwards with the broken glass. Yes, sir. Yes, die. Die. Alright, now I'm gonna kill the pyramid just to move things along a little bit. And then I'll show you what you can do with the resources they drop. Dude, not a fan of this. So yeah, you really gotta take out the MDs, right? The medics first, because they heal so fast.
Too bad the game is going to freeze any minute now.
Yeah. Bro, don't jinx it, man. Don't jinx it. Alright, awesome. Man, my aim is potato. Alright. We're doing well, we're doing well. Alright, level 4, we're doing good. I'm gonna save here just to keep my resources. In the event it might freeze. Look at those little fuckers. Hey-oh. Awesome. Oh damn, I'm out of ammo. I'm actually out of ammo. Okay, no worries. We'll craft some new ones. Projectile. Yeah. Alright, there we go. You gotta lead your shots a little bit, you know? Damn. Haha, you were too late. Meanwhile, we've got a spectator. Okay. All right, level 5. Now the big one is gonna join any minute. And then I'll show you what to do. Now, I can't lie. This looks a little bit easy.
Is that NPC spectator?
No, it's just a random ship that lands, and you can like do business with them. It's a good way to maybe get some X-graded upgrades, some illegal upgrades, if you will. My guy. Aw, come on, dude.
Oh, I know I'll get my butt kicked. I will need to prepare.
Yes, very, very much so. There it is. There that fucker is. Holy shit. This is new. He actually has a health bar. That's new. I think that's part of the new update. Okay. Let's see if he is a little bit harder to beat now. Not really. Yeah. Let's fuck him up. Whew! I'm melting this dude. There he goes. Now, looks like I still got to beat all these, but that's no issue. Holy shit, dude. I'm beaming these dudes. Holy shit. Melted them away. Is there one more? Yes, there is. There he is. Of course it's a little doctor. You son of a bitch. Okay, that was all of them. We can get like a... Yeah, there it is. Walker Brain from this guy. I would love to switch... There it is. Okay, so... Walker Brain? Check. Alright. Now... We have, let's see, 9 here and 10 here, which is a good salvage, good amount of loot here. Let's expand this. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna unpack these, right? Extract components. You could also put these in your refiner for some nanites. Let me just see how much that is actually. Oh, by the way. Just to be... Because is that true what I'm saying? I think you can. I think you can put these in your refiner. Just for shits and giggles. Let's see what it does. Oh, no, you can't. Okay, never mind. So, you're going to unpack these, right? Unpack all that shit. And now, look at this. These are the upgrades, right? You can... install these if you really want to in your technology slots or your multi-tool, right? Which I have done for some of these. But I have good ones, so I'm not gonna switch these up. But look at this. This one is almost 2k nanites, and this one is almost 15k nanites. Okay. You can sell these in any space station. You can sell these to get the nanites. And that's how that's how I like to farm for nanites, right? It's certainly probably not the most efficient way, but it is a fun way, right? Because you're playing the game, you're participating in some action, and you can farm for...
I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. I know. The more you know, okay? Oh, here's another one. Oh, there's some more. There's probably some more nanites, some more upgrades I can salvage from these. And if I'm not mistaken, the big dude gives you a new map. See? I used one, I'm back at 40, because you get a new one. You get a new map if you defeat a big one. Alright, let's unpack the last two. Okay. So there you go. And to finish up the quests, I'll show you how to sell these in the space station. If my game doesn't freeze up by then. But we'll just try, okay? Just take it nice and slow. Ooh, a little bit janky. A little bit janky. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's see if there's something good in there. Do I have good shields? Yeah, I have good shields. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck with that. So yeah, I could sell all of these as well, by the way, right? For nanites, all these upgrades. The fun thing about these illegal ones is they can either be shit, or in the off chance they can be better than S tier upgrades. But that's rather rare. But it's possible, right? Because, for instance, like my infra knife, is it infra knife? Yeah, these upgrades are better than regular S tier upgrades. You know, in terms of stats. Look at this. See, this is a regular S tier upgrade, and these are X tier. But these are rare to find because usually illegal upgrades are worse than anyone, worse than any sort of upgrade. But on the off chance, they can be better than even S tier. So it's a bit of a gamble, right? Like for instance, my pulse.
Well, I have a lot of farming to do.
That's the game. That's the game. I haven't even mentioned, you know, like stasis apparatus, stasis devices, and fusion igniter, right? The big sellers in the game. I haven't even mentioned those because that's actual farming, right? That's actual farming you have to do in a game. So yeah, so you go to any dude who will sell you one of these things, and you can then press the sell button and then sell that shit and sell that shit, and yeah, we're gonna sell these ones as well. So yeah, there we go.
It's like a second job.
It is, it is, and that's what video games are all about. And I haven't even mentioned how to get S tier freighter upgrades. There's so much shit you still have to do. There's so much shit. I'm so sorry. But I'm not, because it's actually fun. Let's see what this multi-tool does. C tier.
How many hours you have in this, do you think?
Oh, I can tell you how many. I can tell you exactly how many. In this save file alone, let's see. I'll show you. 1,169 hours. This was an expedition at some point, and then on my PS4 console, I have, I think, 4 more saves. So let's round it up to 1,300 hours, maybe. Yeah, sounds about right. 1,300 hours. So, who needs a life when you have No Man's Sky?
Your favorite game or no?
One of my favorites, sure, absolutely. It's a game I've obviously come back to the most. You know, obviously The Last of Us is up there, right? Grand Theft Auto, 4, San Andreas, 5, sure, but 4 is a little bit more nostalgic for me. Red Dead Redemption is up there. Red Dead Redemption 2, certainly. But No Man's Sky, it's, you know what? The thing is, you can play this game however you want to play it. You can be action-oriented, you can be a pirate, you can be a trader, you can be a farmer, you can just build if you want to do that. There's so many things to do in this game. You can play it however you want to play it. And I think that's great. Like, this is the perfect game to play if you want to fill whatever urge you have at the moment, right?
Last of Us really good. I just beat the remake on PC again. Do good. I enjoyed part 2 despite not having Joel.
Bro, I loved part 2. I loved it. I was lucky because I pre-ordered the game, and the online store I got it from, right, where I pre-ordered, they messed up and they sent out the copies too early. So I got to play The Last of Us Part 2, I think 2 days before it was officially released. And so I was like posting, you know, there was a lot of controversy in the beginning
the
because of...
are very good in part 2, very satisfying.
Absolutely, absolutely. I love it. I haven't played it since that first playthrough though.
Oh, nice.
Because it really impacted me quite a bit, you know, for obvious reasons. But I was lucky enough to play it without seeing any spoilers. I didn't seek out the leaks or whatever. So I experienced the story, I think, as I was meant to experience it, without any outside interference, even though I was getting messages from people around the world uh, asking me if the leaks were true, and I'm not even joking, because I posted on one of these outrage posts, like, dude, it's great. I'm playing it right now. It's great, and I got messages from people asking me if the leaks were true, and I even got a call from from the website that sent me the copy too early, because they were having a PR disaster, obviously, right? So they were calling me, and they were like, "We understand that you have received the copy of The Last of Us Part Two too early, and so we were kindly asking you, requesting you to not share any gameplay or any spoilers for the story on social media or YouTube." And I really got the sense of like, oh, they're having a PR nightmare because they're one of the biggest online stores in our country, and one of the biggest games ever released. And so they fucked up.
You should have extorted them, lol.
I should have. Fuck it, man. I should have streamed that shit. Can you imagine? 2 days early, streaming that shit? I would have been YouTube royalty by now. I would have been PewDiePie 2.0. But alas, it didn't transpire that way. But yeah,
subscribers.
Can you imagine? I would be happy with like 200. I would be happy with that. I have 43 right now. I have 43 subscribers, and I make music, and I make Blu-ray collection videos, and I stream No Man's Sky. That's.
You should have asked for money.
Vinova Games, you're still here. You're a legend, dude. Yeah, I should have, but you know, I was like, can I really complain to get a collector's edition copy of No Man's Sky 2 days early? In perfect condition, right? Because they didn't fuck up the shipment. Or can I help these dudes out a little bit and just focus on playing the game? You know, I mean, now obviously in hindsight,
stop this, right?
You know, the third time is the charm. You know, obviously now in hindsight, I would be like, fuck it, man. I'm streaming that shit. I'll take the clout. You know, I'll take it. But at the time, I was happy to be experiencing the game without any outside interference.
It's more than usually.
But I was thinking, I bought The Last of Us remake on PS5 together with my PS5 when I got it, and so I haven't played the remake yet.
So you played it on PS4?
Yeah, I played it on PS3 originally. I played the remastered version on PS4, which is awesome. The multiplayer is still iconic to this day. And I played The Last of Us Part 2 on PS4 as well. And that game on launch was so incredibly polished. I haven't encountered a single bug, and that was 2 days before release. That game was so polished, and that's something I think people...
The PS5 version is really good. I will double it when it comes to PC.
You know, I think I should put in my PS4 copy in my PS5, and I think I can get like a discount on the PS5 version, if I'm not mistaken. Which I would definitely do. I'm like ready for another playthrough, but the plan is to replay part 1, right, the remake basically, and maybe stream that experience, and then go into part 2. That's the plan. This is awesome. This has changed. The look of this planet has changed dramatically since the last time I've been here.
Yes, it's not cheaper. I didn't know about that until after I bought physical part 2.
That must have hurt. That must have hurt big time. You know what I think is crazy? What I think is borderline criminal, right? If you put in Fallout 4 in the PS5, you can, I think, get a free upgrade to PS5, right? But Skyrim, right? The game that is on life support since the PS3 era. You have to pay $10 for the PS5 version if you put in the PS4 version. The game that has survived 3 generations, you still have to pay $10 for on PS5, which is borderline criminal.
It was my wife's money. I told her and laughed, then kicked her out of my man cave that she paid for.
Mr. Clegane, I have so many questions about your life and your choices and your opportunities. How long have you been married, man? I like this planet. I like this. This is like new kind of flora. My guy! My body, my rules, and I say no. Okay? Okay? No.
I have a huge penis and I'm incredibly humble.
I can tell. Yeah. You're probably... You probably wouldn't say this about yourself, but you're probably the most humble person I think you've ever encountered yourself, I guess. But I guess the real huge penis is the friends we made along the way. Oh man, I like the look of this planet now. It looks so much better than it did before, truly, because it used to be like a worm-infested planet, and now it's not. It just looks so different now, and I like it. I like it. Do I have all the animals discovered? I've already discovered them.
My wife has a big nose. Jew jokes for days.
Phew, yeah, I can imagine. Was she actually the vice president in The Boys, or is that a joke you've already made? Okay. We're moving on. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you wanna come visit,
No, she is good women.
I'm sure she is, man. I'm sure she is. If she's wifey material, man, then she's probably a good woman. All right, the coordinates for this planet, bottom left. If you wanna come visit, feel free. Let's get a bearing here a little bit. Oh, there's a lot of these I've already visited, clearly. Let's go to one we haven't been before. Let's go to this one. There's a black hole here. We'll travel through there as well. Why the hell not? So yeah, like I mentioned, I also make music. I don't know if you're a fan of melodic house music, right? Like our boy Avicii back in the day, but that's kind of what I'm into
Why is
myself.
your
So
galaxy map so vibrant?
because another lesson to learn. So if you are a little bit further in your playthrough, you can unlock upgrades for your scanner, right? So you can install a conflict scanner and a economy scanner.
I will snoop your channel.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate that shit. You can install these upgrades for your ship, and so if you go to your galaxy map, right, you can filter through several filters. For instance, the economy. You can get a bearing of what kind of trading they do in a specific galaxy, right? You can look at the conflict level. Red is either war or pirate. So you can see which systems have a higher level of conflict, which is a great way if you're farming or if you're RNGing for a great freighter. These are the systems you want to go to. These are the system with the highest chance of encountering a freighter you can save from a pirate or a pirate ship you can commandeer. Um, Travel to these kind of systems, okay? And yeah, then there's life forms. There's also a filter. You can determine which life form inhabits that system, and that's why my galaxy map is so vibrant. Oh, look at that. There's an Atlas station there. Go figure. All right, so let's see. We're gonna land on one planet maybe, and hopefully find some more floating islands. Making my way down, Joe.
Quickly back to Last of Us 2. That game was enormous, eh?
Yeah, it was. It was fantastic. Although I get some of the critiques, right? I get some of the feedback. Nakey Jakey, I don't know if you know that YouTuber, one of my favorites, has a great video on The Last of Us Part 2. Though I don't really share his opinion or his critique on the game, I can totally understand where he's coming from and why he is not a fan of the design of The Last of Us 2 in terms of gameplay and story. But that game, I think, just hit me exactly the way it's supposed to, right? To me, people expecting that
What is
Joel...
his name again?
Nakey Jakey. He's a fantastic YouTuber. He's one of the best around. Seriously, he has fantastic videos. One of his best is a critique on Red Dead Redemption 2, and his video on Last of Us Part 2 is also fantastic. But he has hilarious videos. He is one of the best around. Seriously, he's such a good content creator. He's fantastic. Nakey Jakey. But I think people expecting there would be no consequences after Last of Us Part 1 in terms of Joel and Ellie's relationship. I don't think they really got the ending, or they didn't really get the gravity of the choice Joel makes at the end of that game.
The only gripe I had, like seriously. Abby arm were way too big, to the point of being distracted.
I get it. But, within that world and that story, there is a reason for it, right? They have the facilities to get that big, I guess. I found the lovemaking scene to be a little bit too gratuitous, I suppose. But the character dynamics and relationships I felt to be compelling, especially the balls it takes, right, to have Abby do this thing that we hate to see as fans, and then to put us in her shoes, and by the end of that, her story be like, dude, I kind of like this character a lot, right? I think it's very ambitious, and story-wise, I think it nails a lot of what it tries to nail. But I also completely understand people hating it or being disappointed by it and not vibing with it at all. I can totally get that, but to me, it felt natural. It felt like a natural continuation of that story, because people who were like, oh, they're going to be fine. Like there are going to be no consequences for Joel.
The Last of Us Part 2 perfectly showed the effects of PTSD, expertly done.
Exactly.
Ellie
The
in the
scene.
barn at the end hit me.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say Ellie in the barn. Perfect scene. Perfect. What I also love, little details that I didn't pick up on the first my first playthrough, but afterwards I saw videos discussing it, is the scene where Ellie is beating this character to a pulp with a crowbar in an effort to find out where Abby is. You can hear the Rat King stomping around in that exact shot, in that scene. You can hear the fight between Abby and the Rat King going on just a few floors down, and Ellie just doesn't know it. Little details like that, I find so awesome. I should play that game again. That game looked beautiful on PS4 even. I cannot imagine how good it looks on PS5.
Oh, that's wicked.
It's crazy, right? Crazy detail. I didn't pick up on that first playthrough. Also, a little thing that annoyed me is a pregnant, like, right? Oh, dude, look at that! We found one. Look at that! We found one. My guy. Okay, give me a name. Give me a name. We're gonna name this kid.
What is it?
It's a new type of animal. See, this is part of the update. These types of animals. This aesthetic. This little tree thing. Give me a cool name for this species, man. I have an idea. Uh,
It looks like the Last of Us virus.
oh, dude. Is that the right name? Wait, I'm gonna cordyceps. How do you spell it? By the way, did you see the series? Did you watch the series of The Last of Us? Ah, it's with a Y. Okay. Cordy. Oh, cordy. And C. Uh, um, cordyceps. Cordyceps.
Yeah, I watched it not long ago. I didn't realize it was going to be so faithful, lots of the same writing.
All right, great. Yeah, I started watching it and I loved it. I have like a 4K steelbook edition of the series. Started watching it. I loved it, but I kind of bailed on it. Not because I didn't like it, but you know, time constraints and all that. I should definitely watch it. Like rewatch, like start again from the beginning and watch it again because they did add some new characters and new details and some of the focus of the story is a little bit different than the game. And I also felt like they gave Ellie a little bit more of a darker uh, side to her, a lot more than we see in the game. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, or it just felt different than the game, right? Ellie in the game was a lot more innocent, and that you know that character being forced down a darker path because of the world that she finds herself in, I felt to be a little bit more compelling, I think. But yeah, I like Bella Ramsey as the character. She's a fantastic actress. So yeah, I mean, and Pedro Pascal, like you cannot go wrong, man. Between the Mandalorian and The Last of Us, like if I ever need a babysit, I'm calling him, dude.
You don't like things coming to an end, so you bail before the end. Explains why you play grinding game with no end. Very interesting.
That's actually that's actually a great psychoanalysis of my brain. I haven't really thought about that before. Is that true though? Let me think about that for a minute. Let me think about that. Is that true? I've never finished The Walking Dead. Bailed on that as well. Peaky Blinders, still have to finish watching that. Uh, Caught up on The Boys though. Um, Dude, you might be fucking right. You might be fucking right. Holy shit. You're blowing my mind right now.
Phantom Liberty no finish.
Yeah, that's exactly. Holy fucking shit! You're blowing my mind right now. I did play through The Last of Us 1, like I want to say 6 times in total. The last time on PS4 though, I bailed. No, no, that's not true. I didn't bail. I just couldn't finish it because I was playing on Grounded, and the sequence or the part where you have to start the generator in the basement of the hotel with all the clickers and what's called the big one again? The bloaters, right? On grounded difficulty with no resources, no ammo, no nothing. I kept dying constantly, and I just couldn't get past that part on grounded, unfortunately, because I was having a lot of fun with that playthrough. But yeah, you're actually right. You're actually right. I finished Game of Thrones though. I think that's where the trauma comes from, right? Game of Thrones, that ending, that final season was so incredibly disappointing. So disappointing, in fact, that I bought season 1 of House of the Dragon on Blu-ray. I have it sitting in my giant ass collection upstairs, and I haven't watched a single frame of it.
I was going to say difficulty would be why. I think you put it on difficulty and enjoy it like a warm blanket. Asterisk holds glasses near chin.
I hear you, dude. I hear you. But that's why I play this game. I think The Last of Us Ungrounded is a fantastic experience, but I kind of screwed myself, or got screwed with the amount of resources going into that section. Um, Unfortunately. But I love that game, dude. I love it so much. It's such a great, great experience. And the multiplayer, man. I think the one thing I just got disappointed by on the part 2 is the lack of a multiplayer, because what they had in part 1 was so great. Such a fun multiplayer, such a unique game to play online. A lot of fun as well. And that they didn't expand on that in part 2.
Dying and too much difficulty takes away from that story. It's very engaging.
I hear you, but to me the difficulty adds to the tension and adds to the weight of the journey you're on, because the consequences are very real. Because if you die, right, it's like an animation and all that, and like you fucked up, and the danger is very real, and it makes getting past the section all the more rewarding, I feel like. Yeah, but grounded is like legitimately hard. I think if you play that game on hard difficulty, right, it's hard enough. But grounded is like you cannot listen through walls, right? And the AI is a lot more competent, obviously, and you have a lot less resources. But the reward of getting through a section, I remember being very much, very, very addictive. But like that part with the generator, right?
Oh, those animations, bro. When that Hulk grabs you and then Joel saves you in the flashback.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Dude, I should play part 2 again. Should play it soon. I finished that game though. I finished it in like 3 days. And I love it. I still love it. I still love it.
Part 2 full steam.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe yeah, maybe I could do that. Maybe I could do that. Dude, look at that. We have a next objective. But the plan is I'm gonna install part 1. I think maybe next week. Free up some space on the hard drive, on the good old hard drive, and then
Imperial Star Destroyer.
Isn't that fucking awesome though, right? Yeah, you're new to this game, so maybe you haven't experienced this before. But these are a lot of fun. I'm gonna call in my freighter, and then I'm gonna call in an exocraft. Why the hell not? Yeah, there we go. Eyo. Woo. So this is a crashed freighter. Awesome. Now, what's interesting about this thing is it has some resources you can gather. So if you look through your visor, you can see some cargo pods buried on the ground, which has some loot in there you can collect if you feel so inclined to do so. And if you're lucky, you can find like frigate modules in here to unlock upgrades for your frigates. I'm gonna fucking delete this. I don't want this shit. Ooh, feathers. Prismatic feathers. Okay. Highly profitable. I don't know. 85k is not that profitable, but it's for one of them, so I don't know. Could be wrong. All right. Meanwhile, I'm freezing to death. Technology recharged. All right, let's see. Delete. Superconducting fiber. Yeah, I'm leaving. Awesome. What else we have? Okay, go down here and then dig a little deeper. I'm just gonna delete it. You can turn these into nanas as well, but it's such a hassle. I'm not feeling it at the moment. Oh, we're gonna have to make this thing run a little bit.
You have taken my No Man's Sky virginity. You had me at Sentinel Tower.
You're welcome? Question mark. Okay. Yeah, I've been there. Okay. Have I though? I have though, right? Yeah, I have. Okay. Let's see what else. There's another one right there, so let's dig for it. So you're from New Zealand. I'm guessing, as a Kiwi, you're particularly proud of one of the greatest film trilogies of all time, being a national icon that it is. Awesome, dude. 2 multi-tool expansion slots. That's a good fucking haul, honestly. How much do I have now?
I find The Lord of the Rings overrated and too self-indulgent, especially what he did to The Hobbit lol.
Okay. That's a hot take. I could, I could follow that opinion when it comes to the Hobbit trilogy, because why the fuck is that a trilogy? Um, but Lord of the Rings, I think, is yeah. What a daunting task to turn those three books into
New
comprehensive.
Zealand best movie, Once Were Warriors.
Is that a? No, I'm gonna be very uh, presumptive here, but is that a film about rugby? Or is that a little bit too prejudice of me? All right. I'm gonna add these to. No, come on, dude. Don't do this to me. Why are you freezing now? Why are you freezing mid-menu? Like, there's no reason. There's truly no reason for this. Come on, No Man's Sky. You were supposed to bring balance to No Man's Sky, not leave it in darkness. You were the chosen one.
It highlights domestic violence in a Maori family growing up in poor suburb. It's incredibly well done and very real.
Hmm. Okay, well, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna look. Once We Were Warriors? Is that, did I remember that one? Once we. Once Were Warriors. Okay. Ooh. 1994, directed by Lee Tamahori. Okay, I'm gonna look for a
Once Were
Blu-ray.
Warriors.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna look for a Blu-ray. Let's see. Meanwhile, the game froze again, so it's just you and me, dude, talking. Dude, there's a Blu-ray on Amazon. Ah, yes, sir. Oh, dude, it's The
It's
Mandalorian.
not as easy watch.
I mean, it's Jango Fett. Holy shit! Of course he's in this film. That's awesome. Oh, there's a DVD as well, but I want the Blu-ray, dude. I want the Blu-ray. I want the Blu-ray. What is this? Is this okay? There's one for 20 bucks. Is that a?
He was TV star. That movie put him on the map.
That's so awesome, dude. Oh, that's a DVD. I don't want a DVD. Let's see. Once Were Warriors. Accepts. Okay, okay. 25 bucks for the Blu-ray. That's pretty good. Pretty good deal. Okay, let's see. Um, is this region free? I'm gonna add it to the wish list, and then hopefully pick it up soon. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Thanks for the tip, man. Meanwhile, that's it for me. I think you know we had a great time, man. I love talking to
No
you, man.
worries.
Thank you so much for joining me, man. And yeah, I'd love to see you join me again in the future, and only if you like it, if you liked your time here. Um,
GG, good stream. Catch you next time.
yes, we will. Thank you so much for watching, man. Thanks for the tip, and thanks for the jokes, man. You made me laugh out loud several times. Honestly, you're a funny dude, and I liked hanging out, man. So have a good one, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio!
Yeah, was very entertaining.
Thanks, man. Cheers.